Welcome to my review of the Logitech Extreme 3D Pro gaming joystick. So the joystick comes in this huge box, but we will not be going over that, not much to go over, just plain cardboard. You also get a little bit of paperwork in the box. All of it's pretty useless. You have your fine print here. This, once again, useless. Then you have this quick start guide. But if we open it up, we will actually find it doesn't actually tell you jack. In fact, the link has actually been changed. So you actually have to access the page that they want you to get to by going to Logitech.com and finding the product manually and then clicking on support manually. Using this link will not work. From there, you're going to download the software they have on the support page, and then you can plug your joystick in only when it asks you to. The setup is very simple. It plugs in using a cable that is just over 6 feet long with a standard USB type plug. Even comes with a nice hat. Now onto the actual joystick itself. The base is very, very nicely weighted. It isn't the best looking joystick, but doesn't look bad either. For $30, I can't really complain. It's nice silver plastic with black plastic on the corners. Quite stable. Logitech, here you have your throttle. The resistance isn't that great, but I mean, yeah, it's not too bad. You can't really be complaining with $30. Extreme 3D Pro. And then on this side, you've got 6 out of your 12 buttons. Alright, so they're all programmable, so you have to set what you want them to be. So they can be anything you'd like. And the setup is very easy. Just download the software and it'll walk you through everything. And it's pretty self-explanatory. You can choose from a whole list of commands. Or you can do keyboard shortcuts if you want. Panning the camera up a bit. You can see here we've got the actual part that you hold. Here, very comfortable for right hand. Left hand actually is much better than you'd think, because your finger sort of rests here, pointer finger. It's actually not bad for left hand. It's definitely usable. You just have to get used to it. You have a simple thumb switch. So you can see it looks very simple, but that also makes it very good for beginners. Very easy to understand. And, you know, the expensive ones, they don't necessarily have more features. Sometimes just make it look cooler, which also at the same time makes it harder to use. So I like this. Nice and simple with the right amount of switches. You have a hat switch here. It's 8-way. So you can go diagonally, up, down. This is for like looking around, say you're in the virtual cockpit. 4 programmable buttons. Alright, so that's 11. There's 4 here, 6 here, 1 thumb switch. Your final button is going to be here. It's going to be your trigger. Alright. It's a little bit squishy. I'd like it to be a little bit more precise maybe, but maybe a bit more resistant. But, you know, it's not bad. Can't complain. That's the trigger / brakes, but you can also program that. Alright. These buttons are very responsive, very clicky. Same story with these. Overall, it's a very nice joystick for just $30. And of course, this is move all directions quite smoothly, and you can do small adjustments. The resistance is quite good. It's quite stiff actually. but one problem is it's non-adjustable. So if you don't like it, can't really change it. And then you have actually a rudder control for if you don't have pedals. You can control the steering and the rudder via twisting it. So that is really all there is to go over on the actual unit itself. We're going to hop right into Flight Simulator X on Windows 10. So yes, it does work on Windows 10. But it must be updated to the most current one, because anything that's before the most current Windows 10 glitches out on the website. So it's not even incompatibility with this. It's their website won't load the software. The website itself, it won't load the download for some reason. The web page crashes. But anyways, enough rambling. As I said, does work with your the most recent Windows 10 and Flight Simulator X. So let's go demonstrate. Alrighty, so we're gonna demonstrate a few things here. If you keep your eyes on that center screen there, the one next to the eCam, which is the lower eCam, we're gonna be testing some flight controls. Starting off, we're actually going to do brakes. Parking brake, as you can see, is engaged. So if I press this, the parking brake engaged should go away. There we go. Brakes are now off. See, if I hold it down, it gives us brakes. So yeah, that clearly works fine. Re-engage the parking brake. Alright, let's test out the throttle. I told you guys to look at the lower eCam. Yet I'm testing everything but lower eCam. So if you go ahead and take a look at the primary eCam display. Slowly throttling up. Right, and there you have full power. You can see it's a tiny bit off, but that's just calibration. That's fine. And then idle is a tiny bit off too, but that's fine. And then you can also throttle up really quickly. Of course, the engines can't keep up with that. There is no reverse thrust, but I've programmed a button to do reverse thrust. I think it's this one. Probably no, let me check. Reverse thrust is going to be this one. So yeah, you can always program a button to do that. Throttle is not a reverse thrust. Now into the actual joystick, we're going to come over to the virtual cockpit and test the hat switch. Alright, it's a little bit choppy, but it works just fine. Alright, so yeah, hat switch gets a pass. Not as precise as I'd like it to be, but works fine. Now, let's see. So we've already tested the brakes. This thumb switch I have as autopilot. You guys can hear the alarm. And then, so yeah. Now you can take a look at the center eCam, or lower eCam, sorry. And take a look at our flight control page where we will test the joystick. To the left, see the ailerons are moving. Full right, ailerons. Right, elevators. These do not go full up. I don't know if that's a calibration issue. Let's see. Well, that's as far as it goes with the mouse too. So that's probably just a plane. That has nothing to do with the joystick. So yeah, the joystick passes that too. Full down. And goes full down. Alright. Rudder. To the left. Yes. To the right. Yes. So enough talking, let's actually see these in use. Disengage our parking brake. Let's get into the air. While we're moving on the ground, we can test our steering with the rudder. Yeah, it's all good. It's laggy. That's just my computer. Nothing to do with the joystick. 80 knots. Looks like our V1 is going to be 136. I didn't set anything up, I just gave us some flaps and called it good. V1. Right. Right. Positive right to gear up. Right. So you can make small, fine adjustments. You can see, begin to turn slowly. Right, stuff like that. We are now at our safe flap retraction speed. So let's start doing that. Let's give us a turn. Alright, and we are now at our slab retraction speed. Reduce thrust on our throttle here, as you can see. You can be quite precise about it too if you want. So yeah, as you can see, it's very responsive. The weighted base is quite stable. You can see there it lifted a little bit, but I was pushing quite hard. Right. So you can see if you needed to, say you were cruising on autopilot and you accidentally misprogrammed the autopilot, so you were going to fly into the hills, right? So you can quickly disengage autopilot with the thumb switch. And, oh, wrong way, I pushed down. You would actually be pulling up, of course. So yeah, very responsive, very nice. Test out this rudder control. There's some rudder, not very effective at lower speeds, but it is turning. I'd prefer to use ailerons to turn. See what happens when I side slip it. Side slip is not really simulated well in Microsoft's Flight Simulator. That's fine. If you don't know, that's when you put the ailerons in one way, the rudder to the other way. It's commonly used in gliding. It's not used in an Airbus, but I just want to try it. Alright, so as you guys can see, quite high quality. Works just like it's. Sorry about that, guys. Microphone cut out. As I was saying, quite high quality, works just like it's supposed to. Quite precise. For $30, you really are not going to beat it. Just over $30. Alright, from what I've seen on the reviews, other reviews of this, it's very reliable. I have not had this for long enough where I can speak to that. But from other reviewers, I can tell you it is very reliable. Quite simple, but it does get the job done, and it works especially well if you have like an Airbus plane, because you know how on an Airbus you have a side stick, so this is a little bit similar. You get that feel. And nose dive plane. Oh no, it won't let us because it's on an Airbus and it has protections. That's not good. Okay, so thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. As you can see, this side stick works very well. So, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.